Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you know, my name's Dave. We are sat in Project C1 and I'm fixing a cock-up from a previous video really. As you may remember, a few videos back I wrapped the dashboard in fake suede, which was great. I mean, it worked wonders, but this idiot decided that it was a good idea to glue it wrong. So rather than using contact adhesive in the correct manner, so you put, the glue on one side and the other, you wait for it to go tacky and you stick them together, never come apart. Yeah, not this call sign. I decided it's a good idea just to spray the glue over the dashboard and then stick the fabric over the top of that. Didn't work. It started to crack and peel. Just didn't look good. I mean, it was doing the job, it was stopping the glare, but it didn't do that good. So, to that end, I've going to see my friends at CSC Racing and got a spare dash from one of their race cars that they no longer use. So I've got a spare dash that's going in the car. Should be good. So I'm going to spray that with Cerakote, which is a ceramic based paint. It's actually ammonia, which smells horrible, but when it goes on it is brilliant. So it's a ceramic paint, but it's a matte paint, almost like a satiny matte sort of thing, and it's really good. I like it. So to that end, we'll spray the new dash in this so it won't reflect any sunshine, things like that. I'm not going to bother you with the whole bringing the dash out, putting it back in again, because that's in a different video. You can see that video linked down in the description below. Also the card up in the top right hand corner if you're on a mobile device. So yeah, let's get on with it. Oh, before we do, actually, I have a secret modification. Yeah. I have a secret modification to go in this dashboard. It's nothing special, to be honest, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to let you watch and find out. So this is the dash that came off. As you can see, this is the one that we did in a couple of videos ago. I actually quite like it, but it's starting to peel off because this idiot, this guy, didn't actually glue it properly. All I did was we put some glue on this side, then if you watch the video we just smoothed it down. We didn't actually put glue on the fabric side. If we'd have done that, this would have remained perfect. However, we didn't, so this is what it is. Also, when I was fitting it, I've had to live with this for a while, I kind of broke it a little bit. Some of the clips that hold this in broke it, so this had to go anyway, so never mind. This, however, is the replacement dash. I really quite like how this has turned out. As you can see, it's all nice and matte. That's not going to reflect a damn thing. So if we compare this centre section here with this centre section here, you can see this is a lot shinier than this one. This I'm particularly proud of. This has come out really nicely, and I've not actually broken any of those, so yeah, happy with that. Let's get that installed. So onto the secret modification that I was talking about earlier on in the intro. It is this little thing, this little voltage gauge. The reason being is because when there's something wrong with the charging system on this car, as there has been in the past, I mean, have a look at the video linked in the card above, you don't really know until it's too late. There's a dash light and that's it. That only lets you know when something's gone wrong. This little boy here will help you keep an eye on your charge state in your battery. It's going to go through a relay, I'll wire it in a minute, and that'll show me on the dash exactly what the charging system's doing. So if it's not at a decent like 13.5, 14 volts while the engine's running, I'll know about it. And if that's the case, I'll know something's wrong and I can stop and investigate before it gets too late. So let's get this thing installed into the dash, and then let's get the wiring done and the dash installed in the car. Right, so not to bore you with the process, but here's the wiring that I've done. Okay, we've got a normal 4-pin relay. They're all attached at the bottom. We have an earth wire for the to actually earth the relay. We've got 3 other wires, one of which goes up and over to the gauge, which is in here. I've put them on a little electrical clip as well, so that when we remove the dash, we can just unclip that and everything goes with it. Coming back over here, we have a permanent feed, which is this white one, which incidentally, sorry, wrong. We have a switch feed, which is the white one. That's your ignition, that goes to the red. And the blue one, up here, that one goes to the permanent feed on the radio. We've just tapped off those two to power both sides of the relay. You can see the wiring diagram there. So we've got a permanent live, we've got a switch live, we've got an earth, and we've got an earth from the gauge, which is this wire here. So they've gone around there, and as soon as we get the dash back on, then I will show you the gauge working. So we have the new dash installed. We've put those back on because they didn't quite fit with the fake suede wrap. But I think that looks pretty good. I do like the fact that this now matches this rather than 2 different colours. That was just a picky thing for me, but I like it. I've also wrapped the steering wheel cowl. At some point I'm going to take this off and do that, but that was just too much of an effort. So I'm not a fan of the whole change of shade between the dash and the A-pillar, so at some point, although I am liking what the A-pillar looks like, I painted that with a satin black, so I'm going to take those off and Cerakote them shortly. But in the meantime, here's my new gauge. So if we turn the key to ignition 1, you can see that it's reading 12.7 volts, and if we start the car, that's now reading 14.5, which I'm more than happy with. Bearing in mind it's just ticking over 14.5 volts, that tells me there is nothing wrong with the charging system. And then if we knock that back off again, because it's on a relay, the switch goes off on the actual relay and the gauge goes off. So that's not going to be on all the time and drain the battery. So that was fairly easy. Dash out, give it a good clean. In order to prepare the surface for paint, with Cerakote you don't strictly have to do this, but it's always good. I give it a rub down with a grey Scotch pad just to give it a very slight key. Wiped it over with panel wipe, couldn't think of the words then. Wipe it over with panel wipe and cleaned all off the residue and the greases and the oils and things like that, so it was good for paint. We sprayed the paint on, we let it cure. I actually let it cure for 24 hours because it's always the best practice really, leave it to cure for as long as you can. And it's wonderful. I'm looking at it now and it's just awesome, as you saw in the video. We installed the gauge. That was something that I always thought was missing on this car, on these cars anyway. You don't really know that there's something wrong with the charging system until it goes wrong. So a few videos ago I had to change a battery because something was going wrong with the charging system. The battery went knackered. With a gauge like that I'd have known beforehand. Oh well. So a little OEM plus touch there. But if you did like that, then you know what to do. Smash that like button down below. You can follow me on Instagram, which is down here somewhere. That'll give you indications of what I'm up to between videos. I'm a couple of months ahead in videos at the moment, so you get an idea of what's coming up on the channel. You can buy me a coffee if you wish. That helps fund the channel. Again, links down in the description below. If you did like it, make sure you ring that bell, get notified next time I drop a video, and I'll see you then.